Hey friends, welcome to Yoga for Gamers. My name is Danielle. Today's flow is going to be focused primarily on Sun Salutation A. So this is a pretty comprehensive yet simple flow that sort of connects a lot of different postures that you'll see in the practice. So it's nice for us to have this foundation. There will be a little bit of modifications here and there, back bending, nothing too extreme. You can do it. So to infuse our movement with inspiration, music from the video game Braid by Jonathan Blow. The composer of the 3 songs is Jami Sieber, and the rest of that game has another 2 awesome female composers, which makes me happy because go girls. Let's get over to our mat and enjoy this practice, possibly something that you're doing preceding a video game sesh. So get your body ready, get your mind ready. Let's go do this. So you're coming to your mat, take a seat for a moment and acknowledge what you're working with today. It's a little bit of a ceremonial moment where you just acknowledge this is me, this is my character in this moment, and you have to honor that. So come to a child's pose. If you know it, go ahead. And if not, the knees come towards the edges of your mat, the big toes toward each other. Your hips shift back over the heels and then your chest down, forehead towards the earth. Arms extend forward. If any of this doesn't feel right to you, you can wiggle around a bit and see if that helps. And if it doesn't, possibly lift the hips, put a pillow between the thighs and the calves. And if it's not working, just simply sit upright. What we're doing right now is settling the mind into the space, hooking up the wires, so to speak, of the mind to the body, your attention to this space. Start to notice your breath. So this is the fuel, the life force that directs the whole orchestra of self. It comes in through the nose, out through the nose. If there's any trouble breathing, just try to modify in a simple way. It might just be breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. No need to strain. Find your cadence, your rhythm. We'll slide the right arm through that left side of the body, so you're stretching the shoulder. And then rest the right side of your face down onto the earth. A few breaths here. So you'll feel sensation in the shoulder, maybe in the side of the body. And that's where you send your breath. This laser-like focus, this attention into sensation rather than away from it. You'll lift the chest and thread the left arm through the right side of the body, underneath that right arm. Resting yourself down, allowing gravity, allowing a sense of restfulness to ground you. And then you'll come up from here to a puppy dog pose. Is that not the cutest thing you've ever heard? So your hips lift. We're working into the shoulders and the lower back. Tent the fingertips up so you're creating some activation in the arms. The arms are lifted off the mat and the shoulder blades hug together towards the spine. And then come up to hands and knees, your knees aligned below the hips, tops of the feet pressed down gently into the mat to create abdominal activation. And then hands below the shoulders. You're inhaling, face lifts, belly drops. Exhale, tuck the chin towards the chest, relax the neck, round through the back. And then keep going at the pace of your own breath. Try to be active, alert, sort of infuse every single motion and movement with your consciousness. So this is all just very objective, non-judgmental observation, fine-tuning your ability to direct the mind towards physical sensation. Because this is it, your body. This is the interface. You'll take it side to side now, contracting to the left. Inhale through center, exhale, contract to the right. And you can linger in these spaces. Maybe take the right hand over the left and linger on the right side with the hips, and then vice versa. Really work to direct your mind into the sensations that you're feeling rather than being lost in thought, so that you're actually here for life as it occurs. Now take the hips and the back into the cylindrical motion. So you're inhaling up and around on the left, shift the weight over to the right, circle down and around. And then as you're ready, you're changing directions, inhaling up and around on the right, exhale down and around. So try to make your exhales as the back is rounded, the inhales transitioning as the body dips, sort of just like the cat and cow, but more connected. And now into a Spider-Man pose, which is like super quirky and cool. So you're on the balls of the feet, knees wide, fingers tenting up again, shifting the hips back. And then from here, downward facing dog, take a couple deep breaths. The hips lift to the sky, come up onto the toes, and then lower the heels down. Slowly walk with straightish legs up to the front of the mat. Bend through the knees, protecting your low back. Drape the upper body over the thighs. And potentially you're fixing your leggings because, life. Slowly roll yourself up to standing. Take an inhale, circle the arms wide out and up as you gaze up. Exhale, palms center in front of the heart. And then take yourself into a solid, present mountain pose. I, on the other hand, go ahead and fix my bobby pin. You, the feet hip distance, solid through the feet, through the legs, channel energy all the way up the body, and just observe your simple form today, right now, that subtle vibration of being alive. If you're quiet enough, if you're focused enough, you can feel that. Take an inhale, circle the arms up again. Exhale, bend the knees, forward fold, straighten the legs if your flexibility allows. Inhale, lift the chest halfway up, sort of like an L shape. And then exhale, step yourself back to the top of a push-up. Shift your weight, your chest over the wrists, and then exhale, slowly lower the entire body to the mat, tops of the feet on the mat. Slide your hands just a little bit forward so you can lift the chest. And then exhale back towards child's pose if you're not ready for down dog. But if you're feeling all right, come up to downward facing dog. So it's our upside down V, pedal through the feet. Super cool way to say it is walk the dog. You can lift up high onto the heels and then lower them again. That would be onto the toes. So feel your way into this. Scan through each part of the body. And then slowly on your inhale, you're coming up to the front of the mat. Continue the inhale to extend through the back, that halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, drop the head. Inhale, knees bend as you round and roll up to standing. Exhale, palms in front of the heart. That's one round of Sun Salutation A. From here, inhale, sweep the arms up as we start to open the body through dynamic movement. Exhale, forward fold, drop the head. Inhale, lift the chest halfway up, doing what you can. Remember that. Exhale, step back to the top of your push-up with strength. As you exhale, elbows bend back, chest shifts forward. Inhale, roll to the tops of the feet, lift the chest, shoulders draw towards the center of the back. Exhale, downward facing dog. And again, we're taking about 5 breaths here. Feel through the body. Tune the mind into the music. Press through each fingertip. Lift the hips towards the sky. You can experiment bending and straightening the knees pretty deeply or just a little bit. You can also experiment with actual stillness in the pose. You'll inhale, start tiptoeing yourself up to the front of the mat. Halfway lift through the spine. Exhale, fold all the way in. Inhale, sweep the arms up, gaze up. Exhale, center the palms in front of the heart. Find this rhythm. Inhale, reach the arms wide, gaze up, stretch up. Exhale, bending the knees, forward fold. Maybe the arms come out to the sides and down. Inhale, lift the chest halfway up for length. Exhale, plant the palms, step the feet back. All in one exhale if you can. Lower the chest down, the elbows bend back. Inhale, sweep through, lift the chest for upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. So a lot of these poses, your body may not feel ready for yet. So please have compassion, modify, take the downward dog into a child's pose instead. Or take the upward facing dog into a cobra, just a simple back bend like the one in the beginning where our body is on the floor. Might be heavy-handed, but it's just like a game. If you're playing a level that's way too hard, it's just not going to be fun. So slowly come to the front of the mat, inhaling. You're lifting the chest halfway for the length. Exhale, forward fold again. And then inhale, rise up to standing as you reach the arms out to the sides and up. Exhale, center the palms in front of the heart. Recollect. You'll inhale, lift the arms wide out to the sides and up. Take the right wrist, bend off to the left. Inhale through center. Exhale, switch sides over to the right. As you inhale, come back through center. Take a little bit of a back bend, strengthen the abdominals. Exhale, forward fold, bending your knees. Look between the legs. Inhale, halfway up, create a straight back. Exhale, step back to the push-up, and this time we'll literally take a push-up if you're up for it, knees up or down. And then exhale, lower to hover the body or lower it to the mat. Inhale, take the back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. So adding on here too, inhale, sweep the right leg up, maybe rotate through the ankle, bend the knee, open your right hip towards the right wall. And same on the left, just reaching up through the heels, strengthen your hands to support you. Opening the hip to the left, straighten it again, and then lower down. Breathe here, deep breath in the downward dog. Take a big breath in through the nose. Exhale through the mouth with sound. And on your next inhale, you're slowly, gracefully, ninja-like coming up to the front of the mat. Lift the chest halfway. Exhale, forward fold. And then inhale, rise with strength, out and up to standing. Exhale, center the palms in front of the heart. And we're back again to the front of the mat. So take this moment to reestablish the mind right here. Observe the senses. Inhale, reach wide, reach up. Side bend this time, wrap the left arm around the back and then arc over to the left. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, right arm arcs behind the back, reaching over to the right in the side bend. Both arms reach back up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift the chest halfway up. And then we're exhaling to step back to the push-up. We'll do one more round of a push-up. Lowering down, lifting to the top of the plank. Exhale, lower again. Inhale, sweep through, lift the chest, look up. Exhale to downward facing dog. From downward dog, inhale and lift your right leg up, stretch it to the sky, press strongly down through the hands as you bend the right knee, open the hip toward the right. Exhale to lower it down. Inhale, same thing on the left, lifting it up, bending the knee, opening towards the left. Notice if you're reaching an edge of your tolerance or not. You can usually tell how hard to push by monitoring the stability of your breath. And just try to keep it nice and stable. You'll come up to the front of the mat. Inhale, continue lifting the chest halfway up for length. Exhale, forward fold. And then inhale, sweep the arms up to standing. So notice the mind might say, I can't go further. And that may be a conditioning. The body, however, the breath, however, may be stable and confident. So if you're paying attention to the breath, you might proceed beyond the interpretation of the mind, what you can or can't do. Hold your intentional standing just a few moments longer. Breathing. Inhale, reach the arms wide and then widen the feet towards the edges of the mat. Slowly lower yourself down into a squat. Now this might be hips all the way towards the heels, or it might just be like a camper squat where your thighs are parallel to the floor and you're hovering. Press the palms together in front of the heart. See if you can lengthen your head upwards. And then slowly come out of this, reaching the arms forward, back up to standing, reach the arms up. Exhale, center the palms in front of the heart. So one more time, slowly lowering down into this squat, using the arms as a counterbalance. And we'll take a couple opening arm twists. So the left arm out to the side, right arm up, chest twists open, and then over to the other side, left arm up. From here, come into a forward fold, straightening the legs. Grab your big toes with your 2 first fingers. Bend deeply into the knees. See where your hamstrings and back are. You're lifting the chest halfway and then exhaling to draw the body in. And you can do this a couple times. From here, you'll step back to the top of your push-up, shift the weight forward, slowly lower down as you resist the floor, tops of the feet on the mat, and now we're literally just laying the front of the body supported on the earth. You can feel the feedback of breath as it presses into the earth, the body expanding and then releasing again. Your head turned to the right. We'll take an interim back bend. So Sphinx Pose, measure out about shoulder width. Elbows under the shoulders, palms forward. And then you're drawing the area right behind the heart, like right between the shoulder blades. Try drawing that area forward. And with the palms, imagine yourself pulling the body forward. Slowly release this pose. Rest the right side of the face down onto the floor and the arms alongside the body, the palms face up. Again, sensing that feedback of breath against solid earth. Starting to wind things down here. Breathe here, feel the body. Trace the outline of yourself, trace the inline. Slide the hands underneath the shoulders, forehead to the mat so the neck stays long, and then do a low cobra. You're lifting the chest off the mat, so maybe just the belly button's on the floor or more. And then exhale, shift back to our original child's pose. So again, the knees come wide, hips towards the heels, big toes toward each other, and rest the forehead to the earth. Come back to your breathing. So the mind will wander. It's a guarantee. Over and over again, we begin again. This practice is introspective. It's strategic. It's a way to observe yourself in the science lab of you. You're the scientist, you're the subject. Somehow the person on the couch playing the game, and you're also the character inside of the screen. So really, if you'd like, you can take a Shavasana, the final rest. You can lay down and listen to a song for a couple minutes. But if you're ready to just move on with your day, sometimes we don't need that. So just come up to a seated position. We'll take a few rounds of breath to recenter, root yourself within yourself. Rest the hands on the knees. You can connect the thumb, the index finger for that like classic meditation mudra, or you can just place the palms on the knees. Notice the breath as it comes in through the nostrils, out through the nostrils. There might be a little bit of constriction in the back of the throat that creates that kind of ha sound. And see what's here. Quieter and quieter. Stillness. None of this stuff is immediate shifts. It's gradual over time. You start to master yourself. You understand what this character, this body, this interface is. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead, and exhale, center the palms together in front of the heart. Bow the nose in towards the fingertips so you can feel your life force running over your hands. Namaste to you guys. Exhale, maybe you'll take a little forward fold, release the back. Nerdmaste to you guys and gals. Peace. I love you. Have a great rest of your day, and thank you for joining me.